Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about why I'm pulling for Xuan. But before we jump into all of that, I upload videos daily, so if you do like my content, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. The very first thing I want to go over is, of course, the character preview of Xuan. Now, I will leave all the links in the description below if you want to read it for yourself. But as we can see here, Xuan is a 5-star quantum type preservation unit. So she's basically going to be a tank unit that is of the quantum element, and she will be available in the next banner, which is coming in like a day. So the very first thing we can go over is the character overview. Xuan is a defensive character that can reduce the damage taken by all allies, share damage taken by other teammates, and increase the critical rate of all allies. When Xuan's HP is at a certain percentage or lower, she will restore her HP. So first of all, we have a bunch of her traces over here. When Matrix of Prescience is active, Xuan will regenerate extra energy when she uses a skill. Her next trace is when Xuan's ultimate is used, heal all other allies. That's actually a pretty big deal. And finally, if a target enemy applies crowd control debuffs to allies while the Matrix of Prescience is active, all allies will resist all crowd control debuffs applied by the enemy target during the current action. This effect can only be triggered once. When Matrix of Prescience is activated again, the number of times this effect can be triggered will be reset. So basically, whenever her Matrix of Prescience is active, your entire team is immune to debuffs for one turn, which is pretty awesome. And as we can see here, all her Drake's upgrade materials, she's going to need all of these materials, and her Ascension materials, she's going to need these. So yeah, I've been farming a ton of these shields because I need a ton of them in order to max her out on day one. So the very next thing I want to go over is her technique. So this is when she presses E in the open field. Basically, you get this shield that ignores enemies or like knocks them away, and you can just dash right through them. It's actually pretty nice. However, if you do engage into combat while this is activated, you automatically get Matrix of Prescience activated at the very beginning of the battle, which is really nice. But now let's talk about her kit. So when she's in battle, she has her basic attack. She just deals regular quantum damage to an enemy. You're not going to be using this very often. Now as for her talent, this is like a passive. Basically, when Xuan is in combat, she applies Misfortune Avoidance for the team. Misfortune Avoidance allows targeted characters to take reduced damage while the state is active. When Xuan's current HP falls below a set percentage, HP restore will be triggered to help her regain a certain amount of HP. If she takes a killing blow, this effect will not be able to trigger. This effect can only trigger one time initially and 2 times at max. So basically, your other units are going to take less damage, and when Xuan falls below a certain amount of HP, she heals herself. Really nice stuff. Now to talk about her skill. Activating Matrix of Prescience will distribute a certain portion of unshielded damage taken by Xuan's allies over to her for a certain number of rounds. The Matrix of Prescience grants the team knowledge. When in the knowledge state, allied characters will have increased maximum HP and crit rate. When Xuan is down, Matrix of Prescience will also be dispelled. So Xuan's skill is freaking amazing. Basically, when your teammates get hit, they're going to take reduced damage because Xuan's going to take the majority of the damage for all of the team. So that's really awesome, first of all. Second of all, she's going to be increasing everyone's max HP as well as crit rate. So this is going to go really well with my Zila because I am going a full mono quantum team. So Zila is going to be really powerful with even more crit rate, even though my Zila is like almost 100%. But with this crit rate buff, she's definitely going to be really up there, like 90 something percent, which is going to be really great. And last but not least, Xuan's ultimate just deals quantum damage to all enemies and increases her talent trigger count by 1. So remember, her talent, if we scroll up here, is going to be that HP recovery whenever she falls below a certain percentage, as well as the damage reduction on all other teammates. So this is really nice. So I just covered Xuan's entire kit, but I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, Karo, that was just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Give me the TLDR. Is she a good unit? Yes, she's a really good unit. She's essentially a tank and a healer smashed together and merged as one. Now, she's not going to be the best tank in the game. She's not going to be the best healer in the game. She's kind of a jack of all trades. She's a great preservation unit to just go into random content that you don't know what you're going to be fighting. She's kind of like an all-rounder. Personally, I'm going to be summoning her because I want to do the mono quantum team. As you can see over here, I have my Zila already maxed out on her traces, as well as my Silver Wolf. So next up is of course going to be Lynx, which is the 4-star healer that is also available in Xuan's banner, and of course Xuan. Once I get those two units, I'm going to slap them together, all 4 of my units are going to be quantum, so that means whenever Silver Wolf uses her ability, she's going to make the enemy weak to quantum damage, and then my Zila is just going to go to town and kill everything. Now, my Zila does need a little bit more work. As you can see over here, her crit rate is incredibly high at 88.2%. However, her crit damage is only at 85%, so I'm going to need to boost this significantly in order to make her more effective. However, it doesn't end there because Fu Xuan's light cone is absolutely busted. So as we can see over here, Light Cone Preview, version 3.1, Celestial Eyes Above Mortal Ruin Part 2. So Fu Xuan's Light Cone is she already shut her eyes. As you can see at level 80, it gives you 1270 HP, which is a very big deal because Fu Xuan needs a lot of HP, gives her a little bit of attack and a little bit of defense. We don't really care about this too much because we're kind of using Fu Xuan as like a punching bag. She's kind of the buffer to protect the rest of your team, since she's going to be taking the brunt of the damage whenever any of your teammates get hit, since that's how her kit works. However, with her Light Cone ability, as you can see right here, increases the wearer's max HP by 24% and energy regeneration by 12%. When the wearer's HP is decreased, increase the damage of all allies by 9% for 2 turns. This is a big deal. Basically, whenever she gets hit, your teammates do more damage. Really nice. However, the kicker that makes this Light Cone extremely strong is going to be this line right here. At the beginning of each wave, restores HP equal to 80% of HP already lost by the character themselves for the team. So the reason why this Light Cone is so powerful is because let's say that you're doing Memory of Chaos, you really struggle through the first wave of enemies and you get to the second wave of enemies, but you know, your entire team lost 90% of their HP. The entire team is automatically going to heal 80% of the HP they lost, and by restoring that much HP, they're going to have a much higher chance of success against the next wave. And this applies to every single wave. And because of that, this Light Cone is incredibly powerful. Is it a must pull though? I personally don't really think so. I think this is a huge quality of life if you can get it. However, if you don't get it, or maybe you don't have enough Stellar Jade in order to summon the Light Cone and the character, it's perfectly fine to give up the Light Cone. However, Fu Xuan herself, I think, is a must summon in my personal opinion because she's just really powerful. By the end of the day, this is just my personal opinion. Let me know in the comment section below if you're summoning for Fu Xuan. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!